Okay, guys, we're here with some green-red Ponza mid-range. I'm not exactly sure I'd like to call it now, seeing as we've taken out the pillages out of this deck for four ignoble hierarchs. I like the idea of adding more mana dorks to this deck, just mana dorks that do stuff like ignoble hierarch, increasing our chance of keeping a 7-card hand and even a 6-card hand, because a lot of those hands are basically non-functional and you don't have a 1-mana mana dork. Just playing 4 Arbor Elf, 4 Utopian Sprawl, 4 Ignoble, a smattering of threes. We still get to play the Blood Moons of Ponza, as well as having 3 more moons in the sideboard, as well as the card advantage of Clothis, Seasoned Pyromancer, Bonecrusher Giant, and we get the new Modern Horizons edition, along with Ignoble Hierarch and Fury, being able to kill multiple creatures, pitch cards, and the downside is not as pronounced due to the fact that Seasoned Pyromancer allows us to fill it right back up. So, let's get into it. Sand looks reasonable, has a removal spell, has something rampant too, has ramp on the draw, so it's a bit rough. Initially, we may have to fetch shock here to make it so we can double sprawl. Instead of just playing mountain, because if we go mountain, turn 2 we can't double sprawl if we have to use our lightning bolt, so I'm definitely going to keep the sand. We'll see what they're on. Really want to play some Blood Moons nowadays because of the prevalence of Urza Saga being around. Absolutely gonna crush those decks with Blood Moon. I mean, so they're essentially 4 dead cards in their deck. Opponent's mulligan to 6. Let's see if they come up with anything else. Well, looks like Affinity. It's not too concerning, I don't think. I'll start with Arbor Elf here, because that can allow us to Chandra on turn 2. Our opponent lets us. Okay, opponent thinking long and hard about turn 2. I will not block. Do nothing. Interesting. Very interesting. Let's do this. Here. I should have played the other sprawl. I forgot to do that before the untapping. I think just getting rid of this Knight is fine here. Because most likely, my guess is that they're on a bunch of cards that need as many artifacts on the battlefield as possible. I don't want to -3 the Chandra here. Doing this is fine. Yep, I was right about the fact that they had a lot of affinity cards in their hand as they're cycling this to try and find a land. So, my guess is that they're not going to quite have the cards they need to be able to do all the things they need. The card that I'm worried about the most here is Etch Champion off the top. If they don't have that, I feel pretty good about my spots, as I can basically kill any creature they could possibly play with Fury. Fury Gamer. Oh, Fury's great. Don't hate on Fury. Fury's poggers. This is a Saga. Well, they're going to be unbelievably sad. This plus you. I guess I'll deal with 3 damage. Play a Blood Moon with the hand. Play this pass. Monarch Constraint. Only it was a Monarch Constraint for you. Yeah, I do not want my opponents to be doing me. Wish I had Pillage in my deck. Pillage being just killing an artifact. That would be nice in this matchup. But I think this matchup should be fine, seeing as Blood Moon is able to deal with the Urza Saga. You've got Piled Ancient Grudges, you have some Pillages, have a lot of things that are really good for us in this matchup here. Interesting. Really any reason to play out Fury here? I don't think so. Because, like, we can just go to Chandra Ultimate next turn, play out another Chandra, and be like, fine. We don't actually, like, lose really anything. Because, like, the 5, like, this would deal 6 attacking, but we're gonna deal 5 because of Chandra. Anyways, it looks like we just kill our opponent here, I believe. Then plus for mana, Bone Crusher them, deal another 5, play out Bone Crusher, deal another 5, and they're dead. The opponent really did not do much. When we're on the play, I'm going to bring in the Chalice of the Voids. When we're on the draw, I'm going to not bring them in. Bring an Ancient Grudge. I think I want some of that with these. Flame Slash also good. I think I can cut A-Cloth this. I'm trying to think how many Blood Moon effects do I actually want. Because I definitely want them for Urza Saga. Not sure how many I actually want. Maybe I can just be like 4 and like use Maximus as a way to actually like pressure as well. Let me think about what else I would like to cut. Possibly I can cut some of these as I won't be threatened to have my Hierarchs or Arbor Elves die. Next third Bruiser. No, dang. I could cut 2 Bloodbird Elves as well. Let's try something like this. I'm not quite sure if this is correct, but we will try it out. I mean, curve looks great. I will keep. I'll probably fetch Forest here, maybe Stomping Ground, not quite sure. I got a massage today. They said that my shoulder most likely has a tear in it. They said, I think they said it wasn't rotator cuff, but most likely not arterial or something in the shoulder. I feel like that's close to arterial or arterial or something like that. Not 100% sure. It's bad. Yeah. I mean, it's not enough where it's like debilitating, but it's definitely hurts, and I gotta go call doctor to go get it checked out tomorrow. Get a happy ending. I didn't. No, Benny, I did not get a happy ending. I will take it. Pretty sure I'm just gonna shoot down both of these guys. Body blade. Interesting. I can just go get mountain here pretty safely. Just gonna kill both of these. It looks like their hand is based off of a lot of affinity cards again, and it's not like going down on mana or these cards necessarily going to kill other things. Also puts them down on mana because of the Spring Leaf Drum, so I like that a lot. They're stopping me in the draw step. Interesting time to stop. I guess I will just do this and then flip it off. Could play Magus of the Moon to turn off like any future Urza Saga from even like producing mana. Wouldn't be that bad. But I have an assumption that they have Metallic Rebuke in their hand. So I wanted to kind of do this to make it so it was a double spell turn. Nothing. That's good for me. I guess I will just do this. This in your music? It is. I saw on your playlist and I kind of liked the music, so put it on. I have not played them. Let's get some damage in. And they've seen enough. Okay. Well, their draws were pretty poopy. So, not much to say about our deck, more to say that their draw really did not come together. I'll take what I can get, you know? Hmm. Let's see if we can find an opponent in a reasonable amount of time. Hopefully we don't get the long. Did not get the long one. Thank God. Hmm. What is this? I've not seen that portrait ever. Hmm. Hmm. Play. Let's play some green down. I think I have to mulligan the sand. Sand looks a lot nicer, even though it's a little bit susceptible to some discard. Has mana and some ramp that won't just get killed. So that's good. Hmm. Thought about mulligan. They decided not to. Would have loved to see them mulligan, seeing as they've got Luris, so they're already up a card before they even started. That's dread. Just lagging a little bit. Classic Moto lag. Position. That is fine. Inquisition is fine. Needed it to not be Thoughtseize, because well, Brazil is our game plan right now. Really don't want, I want to draw Clothis. Clothis is my best draw here, I think. Clothis, give me Clothis. Okay. Could have been worse. Could have been worse. Season Pyromancer was gonna be the like good but bad draw at the same time. I would have not played it out. I would have thought about it, but I would have declined. Chilla did. Thank you for the tier 1. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. How's the what's on double swamp here? It's kind of wild. I feel like play this out in case we hit Seasoned Pyromancer. Sucks that we didn't get the Chandra, but not the end of the world. Really don't want them to like kill our Bloodbraid Elf and then Douthie Woodwalker back. That would be disastrous. So, yeah. Have you been playing any Magic recently, Chilladid? I know that you used to play a good chunk. So they're black repetitive. Their mana base is right now. It's kind of wow. They also have it with just 4 cards. Crazy. I'm gonna break. They want to PQ on somebody. Oh, nice, nice. I've got mana traders plus with some modern PTQ, so be all fun. Fortunately, Blood Moon is going to be a really bad draw here when we're drawing it this turn. Something good. Fothus, Bloodbraid Elf, land. Not what I'm looking for. It's like feels bad to do this attack, but I think it's a necessity. Fortunately. Fortunately, I believe it is a necessity. Oh, okay, great attack. What's this? Kill my guy, sure. But any condition depends, and that's not what I want to see. Oh, hopefully we can. We actually drawn only lands this game. We kept both. Yeah, we kept both Bloodbraid Elf 3 lands. Drawn 3 lands so far. Hopefully we can draw a 4th land, or not a 4th land, so we can draw a non-land. Is what I meant to say. Need to hit something really good here. Chandra, Bloodbraid Elf, Fury, maybe. Eh, that's how Magic goes. Sometimes you just hit only lands. Sometimes you only hit lands. Wow, we were gonna draw. Sometimes you just only draw lands. That's the way it goes sometimes. I think Blood Moon is going to be bad here with how many basics they showed. Bailoff can be fine. Relic seems great as well. Flame Slash. Let's see. I want to keep all of my cards. Guess I can just cut some Ignoble Hearts. Seems reasonable. You guys hear me shuffling my cards? I was hoping that but you guys can't hear me because of the noise cancellation. But if you do, then I'll have to stop. Going deep in the tank on their sideboard and trying to figure out what to do. You're lucky that ours seems pretty straightforward. A lot of sideboarding. It's too funny. Cuts to bring in. Oh, no lands, no go. Sand looks reasonable to me. I think I'm supposed to ditch lightning bolt here. Could be correct to ditch fury, but I think I think ditching like no, ditch fury in case they go discard spell. Discard spell like into Ragavan. Like if they discard our season. I just realized I had my microphone muted. Perfect. I was saying I would think I'm supposed to just get rid of Fury in case they have like discard spell into like if we whiff on a draw step and they have discard spell into Ragavan, really, really bad if we don't have a lightning bolt for it. It's like if they went to like discard Parliaments or Oh, Concealed Courtyard is in their deck. Okay, so they just drew a bunch of their basics last game. Huh. Interesting. So this I guess they could have Vindicate. Maybe I'm not supposed to put them all on the same land. My guess is it's for Prismatic Ending, not for Vindicate. This is how you get them. This is the exact reason why I shocked. Exact reason why I shocked. Thank you, opponent. You made it happen. Opponent said, lol, yes. Exclamation. I'll give him the smiley face. Out to Ragavan, yeah. Hopefully I draw Bone Crusher Giant, Seasoned Pyromancer, Bloodbraid Elf. Crusher Giant is one of the good ones. I want to wait on the Bone Crusher Giant because of the fact that they could have like another Ragavan, which they could dash. And if they use like a removal spell on their own Ragavan, it's not good. See if they've got Vindicate or some way to deal with my Bailoff. Vindicate on my forest would be kind of disastrous. Don't Vindicate my forest. Dark Confidant, wow. That I did not expect. Ooh. So interesting. So I'll do this. Because it doesn't actually change much. Because a lightning bolt will still kill the Bailoff if it like gets blocked here. But I think I have to be attacking here because they don't have a bolt. It's so good for us. Super good for us. So trigger for us. So they do have the bolt most likely here, but the most, I mean, if they've got double bolt, kind of sucks. Like if they bolt here and then they have bolt for the Bone Crusher, does kind of suck for us. But I mean, we can't just let them have Dark Confidant going even though they're at 9 life. Like they don't actually have expensive permanents in the deck because they have Lyris in their deck. So red white. Indicate? Prismatic Ending? Croxa. Okay. I don't care about Croxa at all. think I'm just supposed to play this out because if I play it out, like Croxa isn't an out for them, like them just Croxing. Whereas it was potentially an out if I went for the Seasoned Pyromancer tokens. And I can't imagine them having a rules spell along with a creature to play unless they top decked one of them because they played Croaks last turn and didn't do anything to like impact the board. So doubtful. I mean, obviously Blood Moon would have looked amazing there, but I still feel like Blood Moon's not quite the card I want to be playing here. I feel like it can go badly so many different ways. Has two different things I really like. Actually, three different things. That's Utopia Sprawl, so a relatively harder way to interact with my mana ramp. Has Relic Progenitus, which I really like. Sucks that we're on one land here, but even cycle the Relic if need be. So they're gonna try and mana screw us. Definitely want to draw lands here. Well, it's unlikely for them to have removal spell. I would guess they could have removal spell plus discard. Kind of suck for us, but if they don't, then I get to like slam Clothis if I draw land, so very appealing to playing Ignoble Hierarchy, even though we lose out on the Relic. Love to just draw land here. That would be my preferred method of winning this game. I can't imagine keeping my Relic at this point. Oh, I took Clothis. Yeah, I can't imagine this is staying alive. Surprised I took Clothis. Ragavan, wow. Huh, that's kind of funny. I crack this immediately. I mean, I have to crack it immediately. Try and just hit a land drop. Unfortunately, we whiffed on a land drop. Though, like, if we can get Season Pyromancer down, can't imagine like losing the game in this spot. At least we need to hit it. That sucks that they hit something that we can cast. Although a lot of my cards they can cast, especially with just one treasure. Better than something like Season Pyromancer, Bloodbraid Elf, or anything else. Got the Void Walker here. That's acceptable. Although, makes my Season Pyromancer a lot worse. That's unfortunate. Well, I mean, we did keep a one-lander on the draw where our ramp got discard spell, and they had a fairly good hand so far. Maybe we can still get out of this, although it's going to be relatively difficult. Probably going to attack with both Doughty and this. Just that. Okay. I'll let that go. Can't really block. Hit my land, unfortunately. Really need them to not have a removal spell here. Well, that sucks, but it's potentially gonna. Yep. Can't even cast our Season Pyromancer even if we wanted to. It's kind of funny. Maybe our Bloodbraid Elf can get us to a point where our Clothis is online. And they have one card in hand, but their Dark Confidant's going to make this hard for us. This is going to be rough for us. Whiffing on a land drop for a bit too many for a few too many turns here. Maybe 7 here. Nothing good, please. That's really bad for me. That's really bad for me. Unfortunately, Ragavan is really, really good against me. I've already hit 2 spells that have just been incredibly good. And I need a lot of help here to get out of this situation. Need a lot of help. Need like my Blood Red Elf to hit something very, very good. Well, why did they choose them, the draw step? So I have to exile this, don't I? Oh. I guess I have to do this, don't I? Can't give him Chandra, of course. Yeah, that's just a no-go. I have to get rid of Season Pyromancer, Blood Red Elf here. The Delphi. Brutal game. Brutal, brutal game. Unfortunately, I don't think we can win this game. I don't think that matchup should be that bad, but I did keep a bit of a risky hand in game 3. What happened in game 1? We just drew only lands for 4 draw steps after we mulliganed to 6, and they had a discard spell. So, yeah. It's hard to talk much about the matchup after the games that we won or lost were just basically dictated off of not much. They weren't really. Game 2 was kind of drawn out to an extent, but like not in any way that was meaningful, I feel like. It was kind of just like weird game. Weird match altogether, I would say. Weird match altogether. Let's see what this matchup's going to be about. Yeah, keep this in. Pretty easy keep for me. Pretty easy snapper. Windswept Teeth. Windswept Teeth go. What does that mean? What does Windswept Heath pass mean? Last seen playing a lot of colors. Oh, if they run 6 me, I'm gonna be very, very sad. If they don't, I gotta blood moon them, so. Being on the draw in modern be like. Being on the draw in modern be like. We're on the play, we just like snap up them with blood moon. Although. We're still gonna be owning them with blood moon a lot here. You're gonna get a Forest or Plains here. Surely. Got a 2/2. Got a 2/2. On their deck list, it looks like they're on just like 5-color pile. Like they even have an Arboreal Grazer for whatever reason. We're on Felidar Sahili combo with like Ragavan, Territorial Kabu, some other stuff. Just 5-color nonsense. Well, really 4-color, but kind of 5-color. Nonsense. Oh, for some reason I thought it was gonna be a disenchant, and I was gonna shit my pants. Gonna shark. Gonna be a disaster. Hopefully this, well, that's gonna be really good for them. Fortunately. Okay, that's fine. Playing it out, so they're gonna play. That is unfortunate. Not want to see that. Open this up, bailing them out here hard. Next turn, depending on what we draw, we can go Chandra plus play another card. Attack with Focus on like a Sahili. Kind of nice. They have a Plains in the back. Warlock Racer. So I'll just do this. And this plus play out Bone Crusher Giant. Now both this is online. Attack. Actually, no, I'll attack them. Because we put them on a block for next turn if they don't block the Grazer here. And the other way we give them choices. They still may be dead, depending on what we find out for Chandra. It's not like a Plains plus a Felidar Guardian would still like just kill me here, so. That. Playland plus. Still gonna have lethal on them next turn, so I'm gonna just shoot everything at Healy so they can't try and find Plains plus Felidar Guardian. Or they could hit Plains Felidar Guardian has Sahili in hand, which would be unlikely, but possible. They did top a card. Alright. Gyms are closed this year, I imagine. Sahili, okay. I'll still just kill it. This can hit Planeswalkers, right? Yes, it can. You'll love to see it. I accidentally tapped one more than I needed to, looks like. I guess I forgot this produced two, didn't I? Hmm? So, sure. Don't really care. They haven't seen it, yeah. Well, let's bring in the moons. Don't think I want pillage. Flame slash seems good here, though. Anything that I really want to like bolt, because they do have Ragavan. Go for round 6. I'm gonna cut these because of round 6. Should be super sad when it's like my guy gets round 6 every single time. Round 6 making it 1 drops. Even Ragavan. Ragavan's like the one's playable. Because you can at least dash it past a Ren, or when you're on the play, you just absolutely own them, so you gotta play it. Hmm. Um, I think keep this in. That's Blood Moon. Has multiple little spells. Get me to Blood Moon. Seems pretty reasonable. Yep. Pass. Mhm. Just doing nothing. Yep. I'm fine with it. I'm fine with them just doing nothing. I'll just Blood Moon eventually. What's in their sideboard? Do they have a good way to deal with it? They have a back to nature. They have 4 Force of Vigor. Oh, doc. Interesting. Shocking. How did they shock there? I'll just put this down. They're not like doing anything. I'll just play this out. Endurance. They actually brought in endurance. I did not expect endurance at all. I was very confused about what they could have. I thought like maybe a mystical dispute they could get me with. I was kind of scared of. Gonna bounce my Clothis. So I'm gonna get planes here, yeah. Makes sense. That's my Clothis. I guess I will bolt the Teferi, and then I'll blood them. So I guess Blood Moon last turn would have been better. It didn't play around the endurance. Alright. I can Flame Slash here, play out Clothis. Not the worst spot. Not the worst spot imaginable here. Blood Our Guardian. I want to leave up a Lightning Bolt here in case they try and go for like Veldar combo next turn. Could be wrong though. Omnath. Yep. Yucky, yucky. This land here is disgusting. Let's see that. Let's see what we get from this. I have to do this, unfortunately. Luckily, I hit more gas, but I think I need to leave up Lightning Bolt here. It's like too bad not to do. Nothing I can do about this. Sure. Next turn we can. I guess we could have exiled Fury or exiled Bunker's Giant to Fury. and like done that to kill the Omnath, and then it wouldn't have been a problem this turn. Maybe that was actually the play. I think about it a bit more. I have to imagine that was probably the correct play. Hmm. This is Solitude. Okay. Not the end of the world. I pulled rid of. Ooh, slips. I'm lightning bolt in their deck. Doesn't look like it. Let's deal with this. This makes it seem like they have another Omnath. Maybe this is just bad. Okay. If I draw a land, then I can bolt here, Fury down the rest. And if I don't draw a land, then I can just do this still. I think I just want to cast it. End their whole career. Obviously, if they have Feldar Guardian plus Healy right here, I'm just dead. Does not look like it. So that's good for me. Well, my pitch spell 3 for 1, or yeah, I guess 3 for 1 to you. So let's do this, I guess. So pass turn. Very easily could set up a win for next turn. That's really good for me. Territorial Cobbler. Okay. Weapon's not bad. Got weapon. That's the Pyro. Deck. Surprise by that block. Now, let's see if they top deck on us. So I obviously didn't have a way to win last turn. Probably don't have it this turn. Hmm. E for 3. KK. KK for my Distal. Thank you for the 2-1. I appreciate that a lot, man. Thank you, thank you. Or woman, I guess. Could be either. I'm just used to saying man at this point. Not a bad one. Not a bad one. 1, 2, 3, 4. One short, so I'll just do the season Pyromancer tokens. Makes it seem like it could have something as well. I don't think it really matters either way what we do. Thank you for the tier 1. I appreciate every sub that I get here. I appreciate them a lot more than I did in the past. Don't get as many subs as I used to, so every single one of them is nice. Have you been? I got a massage today. They told me I may have a tear in a muscle in my shoulder, so I gotta deal with that, so that'll be fun. Oh, okay, I've seen enough. Got it. Okay, 2-1. So I'm gonna go call up my doctor tomorrow and have them take a look at it. Most likely get referenced to physical therapy, and then work my way from there. Yeah, I mean my neck has been hurting, but not as much as my shoulder. And I think it's my shoulder pain that's been going like creeping up to my neck because I sleep on the shoulder that had the problem. I'm trying to work on my posture a little bit. It's not the greatest, but it's better than it has been in the past, so that's good. Osteoskill. Um, I will keep. Just need to basically draw one land, so I feel fine about it. Oh, I definitely feel good about this hand. Bunker's Bank gonna put in some work here, let me tell you. Haven't played against Burn in a while, so interesting. What is the top card? Lightning bolts. Oh, it's instantaneous. I think I need to do this. Get some power onto the board. I don't think I am going to be. Don't think I'm going to be using that Chandra. More than likely. Fortunately, we drew another bludgeon, which I didn't really want to draw. But Kothis, it's a very good draw. Just need them to not have like a million points of burn here. They're just returning wares. That's super good for me. Give me a turn off. Don't want to bolt the Goblin Guide yet, if I don't have to. I was going to ham four and cheese, or ham and cheese, but just the four. We're gonna bring back Goblin Guide. Guess I'll bolt a guide, double block one of them, and then Bone Crusher Giant down from Curse of the Dream Den. Then gain some life here. Unlikely for them to have another Goblin Guide. Although this attack could be a spew. Lock tomorrow's first one back. Nice. Love to see people coming back. Well, let's see if they just have the quadruple burn spell. That would be disastrous. Well, they cannot kill me now, so that's good for me. See if we hit. I'll say no. Attack with both. Because if they block here, then I don't have to worry about the swing back. If they don't block, then they die and are locked underneath their light along. So, also want to play. If it's just like a casual event, like an FNM, play whatever you like. It's still modern. You can still kind of mess around a little bit in the casual events. Most likely, people aren't going to be slinging as top tier as possible like they have been in the modern leagues. Chalice of the Void is interesting. I still don't think I want to do it. Well, this matchup's still going to come down to Clothis and Baloth a lot. But yeah, I'll just play whatever you will have fun playing, basically. That would be my choice. I think this hand kind of sucks, actually. I think it's just a trap hand. This hand is fine-ish. I'm gonna ditch Fury here. Then 1k the next day. 1k is gonna be a bit different. That is gonna be a bit more competitive, so be careful of that. Just need to get to this Bailoff without taking too much damage, hopefully. Tapped. Fire, Wayland tapped. Hopefully I don't deal with this, because my hand is mono 4s. That'll be a problem. Just Guy Stoneway deck is good. I think it is not necessarily the best deck, but has a lot of elements that are more than acceptable in Modern right now. I think is tier 1.5 at the worst. Very respectable deck, I would say. Oh my god. Dang. That sucks. Rough. Rough. Fortunately stuck on the 4 drops. I have to fetch eventually, so I'll just fetch right now. But we'll have to find like Seasoned Pyromancer, Bone Crusher Giant. Just Clothis would have been acceptable. Obviously, if they have like a burn spell, I'm like probably dead, but have to play and try and win. And trying to win is just them not really having much here. Need Spayloft to get me home. To basically whiff on like every single draw step at this point. On a full whiff. They have a burn spell, obviously we're just dead. Which it seems like they probably do this attack. And try to keep myself alive as much as possible. Alright. Close to GG, but not quite GG. Need to obviously do 2 things. One turn here. Then we're dead. I think Grief Stoneblade deck is better. I don't think so. Now, if you said the Grief Reanimator deck, like the Grief Stoneblade Reanimator, maybe. I'm still a bit skeptical about that deck as well. I have seen it do reasonable. I have seen it do reasonable. The sand looks like a snap keep. Has potential for turn 2 Clothos, which if we get to do is just super good. And if they're not like turn 1ing a like creature and they're killing our elf, not bad either. That's nice, getting a land there. And like the best case scenario here is they play Eidolon and then I get to eat land, carry down the board. Like the best case scenario for us. It's not the worst either. Skull crack me right now. It's actually fine with me. Seared this. Hmm. This may just be really bad, but I'm gonna do this. See how it works out for me. Try just play towards just this, like every single turn, basically being good enough. Maybe really bad though. May have been a humongous punt. May have just been way better just like eat land, play Bloodbraid Elf. Going for a more experimental line here and see how it works out for us. Wow, they had double Swiss Spear. Okay, well, worst case scenario happened, which they just have more creatures. Yeah, this is like worst case scenario where we whiff on the land, they have like double creature. This is this is as bad as it possibly could have gone for me. Met with worst possible scenario. You're gonna make a video on what to play for FM. Find some want to in FM. I will actually start doing those what to play starting next week, I think. Oh, hopefully they don't have like Searing Blaze last card. Definitely gonna block now. Well, actually, Boros Charm is also lethal as well. Hopefully they don't have that. Skull Crack here. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. Well, I mean, I've been maximum punished for my lines of play. Deserved it, I guess. Well, hopefully they whiff here. Need them to. Oh. Is that idle on here, maybe? If they slow rolled me, that'd be kind of funny. Oh, yuck. Okay. Drawing multiple lands in a row is not preferable. Still need to dodge another burn spell here. They didn't get another white source, so they can't even play the lures. So. This is somehow working out in the end. Wow. Yep. Yikes. You need to somehow have them whiff again. To somehow have them whiff again. I mean, I took, as I said, a very risky line. And got incredibly punished for it, with them playing two more creatures immediately afterwards, and then we drew 4 lands in a row. Like, if we wouldn't cast Bloodbraid Elf, then we just get rid of 4 lands, then we start drawing actual spells. Unfortunate. Still not necessarily convinced that my line was bad. Still not necessarily convinced that my line was bad. Like, the idea behind it I kind of like, which is that their Searing Blaze, I think, was like really weird and didn't make much sense to me. And it kind of made it seem like they just had no more creatures. If they have no more creatures, and possibly multiple more Searing Blazes, um, that like bringing down the Goblin Guy and just playing out those creatures and like possibly making the Searing Blazes like obsolete while not having to deal with the Goblin Guide attack and just gaining life will like possibly outpace them. But then they obviously had the double creature and just instantaneously punished me. So, you know, I got God, I guess. If we're against Gift Storm, this is a very, very bad matchup. It says that they were on Gift Storm before. Hmm. Hmm. So, Not sure why that even popped up at all. One's going into 5, so that's good for me. That is very good for me. That is good for me. Well, this is even better for me. Blood Moon, concede. That's what I like to see. Don't really know what my opponent's on, so just gonna bring in some moons, I think. Take out like a couple Furies, I guess, and a Noble. I'm kind of just firing in the dark here. Also, we're supposed to bring in an Ancient Grudge. I'm not quite sure what type of artifact deck they're on. Well, this hand is bad. No ramp, only one land, multiple 4s and 5s. Keep this hand. That's my better judgment. I'm only going to 5 again, so that's kind of nice for me. It's kind of nice for me. Stepped. Forest. What deck are they on? Oh, it's starting to make sense now. It's all coming together now. Don't really want this Klothos, so I'm gonna do this, looking for like Blood Moons next turn. Hard as possible. Well, need to find a bounce land. Once they do, I'm in the weeds. Unless I just slam jam Blood Moon here. Arbiter Elf, not quite what I'm looking for. If it was Ignoble Hierarch, that actually would have been fun. I could attack through. No bounce land, please. Thank you. Ignoble Hierarch actually coming in good. Attack for a lot. Just dismember. Okay. No bounce land, please. Thank you, please. Once they found a bounce land, this game is over. If they don't find one this turn, I think I may have lethal set up for next turn. Oh, maybe I don't have lethal set up for next turn anymore. Maybe I do. They block here, here, here. They take 3. I'm fine with that, actually. Because then I most likely get to deal with every single one of their doors, so a bounce line doesn't actually just kill me. They may block in such a way that Challenger just kills them outright. Plus. They did. They did play around the Chandra, unfortunately. Not sure they have any outs at this point. Like even a bounce land, I don't think really gets them there. So we win 3-2. That I put them mulligan to 5 twice, and we are playing probably one of the best matchups possible. Best chess I've ever opened. Let's go right here. Not quite the best chess I've ever opened, unfortunately. Well, if you're watching this on YouTube and you like the video, make sure to give me a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Twitch and Twitter in the description below, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye bye.